Have you ever been that mom in the parking lot, the one everyone's staring at while your kid loses it, where you can feel the judgment just sort of radiating from every direction? Of course you have. You're a mom of a spicy one. Today, I am giving you the actual scripts I use when people judge my intense and often defiant child. I'm guessing that you get more judgment than other parents. There's a reason for that. Your child's struggles are very visible and loud and public. Other mothers might look at you with that expression. You know the one. Ooh, thank goodness my child doesn't act that way. Yikes, right? The irony is you're doing more expert level parenting work than anyone watching. I mean, the logistics, you're making split-second decisions about which battles to fight. You're managing your own nervous system. You are breaking generational curses and patterns. But they don't see that. They just see the meltdown. So here are some scripts that I've used for those who like to make comments on your parenting. When someone says, "You're just going to let him do that?" you can say, "I've got this. Thank you." Cheerful, firm, period. When relatives offer unsolicited advice, "In my day, we handled things a little differently," you can say, "Thank you for your concern. We're working with professionals who specialize in the challenges and gifts of this child." And just let it rest, right? When your friend judges your discipline approach, "You know what? I think he just needs stricter boundaries." You can say, "What works for your family may not work for mine. We are doing what's best for our child." And here's the key. Your tone of voice matters. It's as important as the words. So you're not defensive. You're not apologetic. You're cheerful and firm. You are not seeking their approval. You are informing them. And you're letting them know the conversation is over. Now, family is trickier because you actually care deeply what they think, and you're going to see them over and over again. Here's what makes it more likely that the dynamic will change. Have the conversation before you gather. Make it a phone conversation, not text. Phone. You might say, "Hey, Mom, when we visit, I need you to let me be the parent. I'm choosing a discipline strategy that aligns with my values, and I want you to be the grandma. You get to spoil them and delight in them. Let me be the disciplinarian. Can you do this for me?" And then pause. Let your mom respond. You might add, "Hey, if you feel overwhelmed by their behavior, just give me a signal and I'll handle it. Not you, me." It also really helps to name your common goal with someone who has a vested interest in your parenting. Like you might say, "I know you want what's best for them, and I'm so glad you care enough to express your concerns. We just have different approaches, and I need you to trust that I'm the expert on my child." There's a quote by Glennon Doyle that stings because it's so true. "A woman becomes a responsible parent when she stops being an obedient daughter." That's this work. This week, I want you to practice these scripts out loud, in your car, alone, before bed. They're all in the book. Your mouth needs to know these words and how they feel, because in the moment when you're flooded with shame and your kid is screaming and adding to the audio terrorism, you won't be able to think clearly. But if you practiced, the words will come. You start projecting confidence in your sovereignty as the parent. You stand a little different. People feel more certain of your approach when they can tell you're not seeking their approval. Do you have your own approval? That's important. You stop measuring your parenting success by other people's lack of understanding. Easy for me to say. This gets easier with practice. You're not trying to convince anyone anymore. You need to convince yourself that you are just setting boundaries. You're choosing your child over the crowd. Just so hard. It's the bravest work a mother can do. The judgment of others is far less important than honoring your child's magnificent spirit and your inner knowing. And if you need more encouragement on this bumpy journey, If you need mentoring and community, join Moms of Spicy Ones Academy. You get access to an entire library of classes that build your skills. Plus, there's optional group coaching with me 3 different times a month. Join a call or watch a recording, or just know you aren't doing this alone anymore. Shouldn't have to. Well done.